you shut the fuck up? Welcome back, brother.
Hey, that was a good clap.
That was really good. It's better than the clap.
By far.
Yeah. Do you know why they called it that?
Because it made your butt cheeks clap when you walked around the street? I don't know either.
No, they smashed your wiener.
Oh, that's right. You got
Vietnam,
all blistered on
yeah.
your penis.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun episode.
Welcome to fucking Music and Mayhem, man. Week
This started
97.
full-blown mayhem.
That's what we do.
Episode 118.
Already.
We've done it. Party in the back. How you guys doing back there? We got a party in the back.
Yes, we do. For those of you that don't know us, we are a local metal band called Blacktooth Grin.
From Boise, Idaho.
From Boise, Idaho.
It's pronounced Boise.
Yeah, with an S.
It's not fucking 3 Z's and a Y. Go back to Utah.
Seriously, leave. If you call it Boise, leave.
Yeah, go ahead and just
go away.
Yeah,
I
we're
hate
done.
you. So bad.
So I'm doing you a favor. Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, Boise.
For those that don't believe Idaho is real, that's a thing. Did you know that?
Yes.
That's a real thing. There are some people that don't believe Idaho is real. Tell you what, brother, here I am. Rock you like
Right
a
here.
hurricane.
Just like one. I hate the scorpion. That's the scorpions, right?
Yes.
I don't like them.
It was a little bit before my
They're
time.
all right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so this this episode, dude, I say we talk a little bit about.
Well, tell everybody what we do, first of all. Why are we doing this? What is podcast? Justin, go ahead.
Well, it's a podcast about our history of all the mayhem and all the dumb shit and all the random ability to survive when we shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
There's times we should have died way more than once.
Oh, yeah. And then laughed about it.
Yeah, and sometimes it was...
Fuck, you almost died.
Yeah, sometimes it was like, we would trip and fall down some shit or get mouthy with way too many people at one time.
Yeah.
One way or another. Somebody should have either shot us or we should have fallen off of something and died.
Such is the life of a gigging metal band.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we do that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah,
too.
cheers.
If you guys are drinking at home.
Yeah. Which you better
Cheers.
be. It's
Cheers
Friday
if you're
morning.
drinking at home. Links
so-
in the description.
Yeah, it's Friday morning. You should be drinking.
Friday morning.
Heavily.
On your way to work, going down the freeway. Pound you a big one.
Yes.
I mean a beer, not a... Or do that. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever
It's
you want.
Friday. It's
Yeah,
Friday.
get a little European
We don't
if
care
you
here.
have to.
We love you no matter what you do driving to work, unless it's getting in my fucking way. Then fuck
Yeah,
you.
cutting me off, dude.
Yeah, no, get out of here.
I'll fuck you up, I swear to God.
No, I'll kill both of us. I don't. Wait,
I don't care.
YouTube, I'll unalive both of us.
Oh, yeah. Unalive for you. That's so dumb, but I get it.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever.
Some people
anyway.
take this seriously, unlike us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
So I would like to know, in this particular episode,
The music-heavy episode.
let's do a music
Less
heavy.
mayhem, more music.
More music. What was this?
This was
It got a poop? Your little hand just...
No, I think they make a marital aid that is shaped that way.
Oh, it's called the home
the
wrecker.
home wrecker.
Yeah,
That's
I've
right.
seen it. Take the challenge.
Links in the
Says it right there.
description.
Says it right there on the box.
Take the challenge.
Take the challenge.
I will not, sir.
I I asked a married couple one time at one of those adult synthetic wiener stores as I read that box. I asked them, I said, take the challenge. And I looked this couple. They were very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. They didn't want to be in there, and this asshole was walking in.
I imagine, yeah.
I'm 100% all drunk. And
Horse shit.
And I read that, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like scrunching my nose at it, and I'm like, take the challenge. And I turn and look at these poor people that are buying their very first schlinger.
Oh, they don't want to talk to anybody.
They don't want to talk to anyone,
No.
and he's blushing. So I look right at him, and I'm all, what do I win?
I actually might know the answer to that.
Something.
A prolapsed anus.
Cheers to Defo.
Yeah,
Whoever listens, he
Defo
knows
with your
what's going
prolapsed
on.
anus. He did. He took the challenge and lost.
He lost 3 times. Fucker don't learn.
No, dude. Keep your butthole inside your body. This is advice from Grandpa Jeremy.
I think we've become doctors.
Oh, I don't think legally we can say that. I can be your medical advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We
Like I
talked
cannot
about-
technically call myself Hyatt's lawyer, but I am his legal advisor. Oh, I didn't pick this. I was asked to do it, and of course I chose the role
Why
because
wouldn't
I'm
you?
gonna get him 650. Ow!
That's right. You were actually asked once to marry some people.
Oh, I've done it a lot of
Hence
times.
why you have Reverend tattooed
I am
on your
technically,
knuckles.
I am a real reverend.
Yeah.
Boom.
An ordained reverend.
Here's a fun part of that story. I think only one of those relationships is still together.
I think only one of those people might still be alive.
Steve and Selena are the only one I think that have.
That's right. You've officiated more than one wedding.
Oh, I've done a handful of weddings. Yeah.
Yes.
So for some money and whiskey, hit me up. I'll do your wedding. Yeah. I also do bar mitzvahs. I can do christenings.
You better bring a fucking squeeze box.
I don't do the thing where you have to cut the pee skin off. I'm not that.
That's not done in
I
the bar
haven't-
mitzvah, dude.
I don't know anything about
it?
Judaism. I don't know. I apologize to the people of Judaic faith that if I offended you.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
know anything about
I don't know anything about it.
Jewish peepees. I have no idea.
Speaking of not knowing anything,
Go ahead.
there is a lot of people that do listen to this, and actually some people here in the party in the back, that do not know, some of the details about our history and kind of why we became musicians and our influences as children. And one that I probably don't even know enough about, but I will tell you that I was at your parents' house, the day that the phone call came in that this particular musician had passed away. So your dad, Bob Schmidt, rest in peace.
Cheers.
Back
The
in
old
the
man.
Back in the 1960s, played with Johnny Cash. Now
Yes,
he was
he
in a
did.
band that opened for them. Is that right?
He would, yes. They picked him up in his band he'd put together. And God, I can never remember the name of what he was calling his band. They did a bunch of pickup dates where they just were the touring act.
Right.
But got in good enough that he got to play with him at San Quentin.
So like he was.
If you listen to the San Quentin album, you can actually hear Johnny Cash say, "What are you drinking there, Bob? Water?" And of course, my dad was
shit.
not drinking water. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
He was
that
drinking
was not
something
water.
like water.
It was San Quentin, so it may have looked brown, but it was certainly. It was. My dad was drinking whiskey. I don't think in the entire time I knew my father, he drank water ever.
No.
Like, I don't remember him even accidentally drinking, unless like melted ice cubes in his cocktail.
Which he usually didn't even do that.
No, just enough.
He drank his
just
whiskey
enough.
neat.
Well, because
most of the time.
he had to hide the Cokes from us so they never stayed cold. Because I would steal them shits. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, goddamn, I liked a fucking cold Coke in the
He was
fridge.
saving you from diabetes. Protective father, dude.
Yeah, I
What do you
mean,
expect?
yeah, because all my teeth still rotted out of my fucking head. Didn't save me from shit. So
And
he'd
that's
keep
not
them,
meth.
He'd hide them. No, fuck meth. Yuck. That's
Ew.
Coca-Cola and bad dental hygiene in the 80s.
Yes.
They told us to brush our teeth, but they didn't say, like, no, if you don't, like, you're going to fucking lose all of your teeth. And, we've not lived an easy life.
No, zero.
Yeah.
Zero easy life.
So what were you talking about?
So we were talking about that. So your dad played. So I was wrong on the story. So I thought it was the live album from Folsom Prison.
Not San Quentin.
So it was the
Yeah.
San Quentin
Yeah.
recordings where your dad was there.
Yep.
So yeah. So we'll have to look this
pretty
up.
fucking neato. I have a photo floating around somewhere of my dad and Johnny standing outside he called it a coliseum somewhere. That's what they called the venue.
Oh, no shit.
And my dad would tell this story. Johnny was very fond of pharmaceutical drugs back in those days. He wasn't
Kind of like Elvis and all them guys back
man,
then.
because all those guys, like, amphetamines were just pills you could get from a doctor, which meant like you could be fucked up, but like the doctor said it was cool.
Yeah.
So Johnny.
Now you're good, man. Here's 30 more.
To this day, I am a Johnny Cash disciple through and through. To this day, I claim Johnny Cash invented punk rock the day he stomped all of the stage lights out at the Grand Ole Opry. He said,
Yeah.
fuck you, and stomped every one of them as he played, right? So he was fucked up.
That
in
makes
these
me
days.
like him a little more.
My dad tells the story of Johnny and him riding around in the limo, and they were going to go pick up Waylon Jennings, which was just the coolest fucking
That's fucking
caveat to that story. Now, like my dad, you ever see the movie Big Fish?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, my dad could tell a fucking story, so who knows how much of this could be actual
Like embellished
facts.
a little bit.
And I don't want to research it enough to find out he was full
Sure.
of shit, because my dad wouldn't. He had stories. My dad had rad stories.
Absolutely.
This particular one, him and Johnny were in the limo. They had ate dinner and they were going back to the Coliseum, and Johnny wanted to drive the limo.
Okay. On pharmaceuticals and potentially other
literally,
things.
No, just literally spun out of his mind. I want to drive the fucking limo. And so what's the first thing Johnny Cash does when he gets in the driver's seat of the limo? The baddest ass burnout you've ever fucking seen in your life.
Fuck yeah, he did.
So to this day, the old man said he watched Johnny Cash on amphetamines
do a burnout.
Do a fucking
limo.
power brake burnout in a Lincoln limousine
on the way to pick up fucking
on the way
Waylon
to pick
Jennings.
up Waylon Jennings so that they could play that show. Now
we have not lived at all.
No, we have done little.
Our stories are dumb.
We have done little baby lives compared to.
Yeah, we need to cancel this.
To be fair, the old
podcast.
man.
This is stupid.
The old man, God rest his soul.
God rest. Bob.
He lived about 14 fucking lives in the 74 years he was on this planet.
And I can tell you, man, he did. You know, when he was young, from what I've heard, you know, from you and now from him, we would talk about, you know, he did his fair share of drugs. He did a little time in Leavenworth, and
so Dad went.
He was a bad motherfucker.
Dad went into the Navy early.
Right, he was like 16.
At 16, yeah. He faked his papers and got on the ship, and they shipped him out. So this would have been in the 50s. I don't know my history of what conflict was happening in the.
Well, there really wasn't one. It was end of World War.
No, he fought in Korea. I remember. Yep, yeah. Totally fought. So he went out on a ship, ended up getting addicted to heroin. That's just, we'll call it what it is. He ended up getting addicted to heroin and morphine. Korea. He was like, hey, that seems fun. I'm 17 because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
17 years old back then. You had a wife and a kid and a farm you were plowing the fucking field on and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking mortgage, the broke down truck in the driveway.
He got caught in a federal sting operation administering medicine without a license because he was helping his buddy shoot up
heroin.
Who couldn't shoot himself up, right? Boom. Fucking shot him up, pulled the badge out. He went to Leavenworth. Now, this was before Leavenworth was a fucking Wi-Fi prison. This was like the gray castle, Leavenworth in Kansas.
Those that don't know what Leavenworth is, look it up.
Look up the
history.
Fucking castle.
Yes, and it's a federal fucking prison.
It was.
And it was scary.
It was lock you in a fucking cold ass cell. My dad did 7 years in Leavenworth,
and 100
at 18 years old,
and 100 and how many days in the hole?
Did 190 days consecutively in the hole because he didn't rat on somebody.
So the story goes. This is a story.
We're Italian. You don't fucking rat on
no,
never.
So what he didn't rat for.
He watched a guy get fucking shanked in the chow line. And
your dad stepped over said dude that got shanked.
I literally don't fucking. I didn't see a motherfucking
shit.
Schmidt, we saw you fucking see it. Nah, I didn't see shit. You're going to go to the hole. I
don't care.
I ain't see shit, dude.
Yeah, he was probably like, I'm safe there and I'll write fucking music.
And that tells you the integrity of my fucking last name. And you were to uphold. The old man was iron fucking clad.
He was literally, your dad is this tough. He was 72, I believe. Went to go get a lung spot looked at. Turned out they couldn't cut the spot out. They had to just yank this lung out.
Take the whole fucking lung out.
They took the whole lung out, threw it in the trash, and fucking whatever.
No, they had to burn it. It would regenerate and make another fucking Iowa baby.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of us, dude.
With the other 16 of them.
My father tried to repopulate the state of Iowa.
So he gets picked up from the hospital after having a lung tossed in the garbage can. Or incinerated. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, I got the facts wrong.
Cremated.
And he literally lights a cigarette the second he sits in the car to go home.
You know, it was to his credit, it was a light, a Camel light.
Yeah. I mean, he brought it down.
I'm trying something different. I'm going to take it
Oh,
easy.
you should have heard that through the headphones, dude. That was fucking great, dude. Sound like Darth Vader with throat cancer, man. It was so good. So
no, just out of spite, because the doctor was like, you should probably stop eating only fucking bacon and drinking only fucking whiskey and smoking only cigarettes. And he was like, I'm not gonna fucking do any of that. Look at me.
He probably looked right at him and said, "The fuck did you say to me?"
Yeah, dude. What do you want me to stop fucking too?
Yeah, fuck that, dude. That guy literally beat prostate cancer like 6 times or something.
Oh no,
3 times.
He did get prostate cancer and through the. Okay, so I would have
3 times though, right?
Twice.
2 times prostate
The
cancer.
first time he beat prostate cancer, I saw. Okay, so I would have been 16. I had just dropped out of high school to fucking do drywall with this motherfucker. Because I was like, wow, life really is easy. I should go fuck everything up for me.
And do drywall.
I really want to destroy my shoulders by the time I'm 20. So, 16th birthday, I drop out of high school, and the old man says, you are not going to be one of these fuckos that just sits around and plays Nintendo and fucking...
Because it was Nintendo back then.
Well, it was probably PlayStation, but he didn't know any fucking
Sega.
day. He called everything Nintendo and hula hoops and your goddamn Dan Fogelberg records. You're not going to sit around and be a fucking lazy bum smoking that fucking weed in my house. So he made me do drywall, and I was like the only one of us at 16 with a fucking paycheck. Now, granted, back then I was making like $6.50 an hour.
Yeah, but you had no bills.
I had no fucking bills, yeah.
No. And
None of that
you were
shit.
side hustling back then, allegedly.
Yeah, no, that was... So he threw... I was 16. He threw the craziest fucking party I've ever seen when he beat prostate cancer the first time.
Okay.
Like, motherfucking...
Like strippers, like that kind of party? Or?
I mean, no, because Mom would have fucking beat him
Oh,
about
she
his
whooped
head
his
and
ass.
neck area.
She was way tougher. She was way tougher than your old man.
Nah, she would have let him do his thing up to having itchy bitches up in the fucking yard. You know what I mean?
Yep.
She'd come out and just start smacking bitches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
And she'd pick him up under her arm
Say,
and carry his fucking ass in the house.
here comes my mother carrying 2 strippers down the driveway.
Yeah, facts.
Benny and fucking Bunny and Chi-Chi, you get the fuck... Get back
Facts.
in your
and,
fucking
and
car.
so here's a rad side note, though, about Jeremy's mom, Vanessa. God rest her soul as well. She was a bouncer at the bar he was playing at.
Yeah, no,
That's
she was
how they met.
She was bartending.
Bartending
And bouncing.
and he was kind of sweet on her, and they had been doing a little flirting and whatnot.
That story comes full circle right back to that. That was a beautiful segue.
Yeah.
My dad had been an on-the-road,
Musician.
traveling musician, just kind of doing fucking pickup shows. He would do session work.
And he was in his like 40s when you were born, so he'd been
Yeah,
doing
my
this
dad
for
was
a long
43 when I was born.
Yeah.
So this would have been in his early 30s. He was on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he was playing on the road just enough to fund that heroin addiction that he had. There was a great picture my mom used to carry around of him sitting on a bar stool. My dad was never a big guy. He was probably 5'5".
Well, he was never a tall guy.
He was never a tall guy. My dad was 5'5", but in this photo, he was probably 90 pounds.
Oh.
Sitting on a bar stool, just fucking heroined out. This was in Nampa. This is where they met. This was they called it the 7 Seas back then.
Yeah.
Whatever bar they call that now. Do your research. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
It's probably been 35 bars. It's probably that one right by the airport on the corner there.
It was the one we had to carry the fucking amps up the stairs to.
Oh,
Blue
Eye
Eye
Speakeasy. Yeah.
That used to be the 7 Seas.
No shit.
That's where my parents fucking met.
Yeah. We too had to bounce somebody out of there, but keep going.
So that was the night Mom had to crack that guy across the back of his fucking skull with a pool cue. No, that was the night the guy got cracked across the back of the head with a fucking pool cue, and it knocked both of his eyeballs out of their sockets. Like literally out of his fucking face.
Yes.
Pow! And my dad was there playing music, and she was like throwing the guy out and shit. And my dad fucking saw my mom probably bar fighting, and it was like, baby.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one. He heard it. Just like when Brandy rides up on the horse, man, Joe
My
Dirt.
mother just like slow motion crushing fucking Heineken bottle over some beardo's face. But she's got cuts on her shit. Man, just my dad's like, just fucking smitten.
Fuck yeah. Can you blame him? Fuck. I'm mildly smitten myself right now.
This is the greatest fucking origin story ever. And so absolute. There's a guy standing there, his eyeballs are hanging out. He's probably puking. Yeah. My dad's just like...
Everything's just fucking quiet, dude. And he's over there. He's got them little twinkles in his eyes, dude.
Half hard as fuck.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh.
Half hard, full hard,
He
dude.
said fucking,
He was playing music. He was already half hard, dude. Come on.
He stopped playing music to watch her fucking brain a guy.
He's like, hold up. Fuck
was
yeah.
that was that's how they fucking met, dude.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be with a fucking junkie, though. That's the thing. Like, you're cool as shit and you got funny jokes and shit, but I'm not gonna be with a fucking junkie. And so he gave up playing music for a living and heroin to be with my mother. It's like the greatest love story of all time.
That's fucking
for
amazing.
reals.
For real.
For reals, dude.
And actually, all of this shit is real.
So that guitar of his, this guitar,
Yep.
that fucking guitar, my mom bought him for an anniversary present in like 1978, 79, before I was born. That fucking thing sat under the bed all but like twice a year. The old man would pull it out, play some Johnny Cash shit, and put it back under the bed.
I never heard him play.
You never heard him play?
No, because he played that rarely.
Oh, shit, man.
Yep.
They put a fucking album out somewhere, and I would give my left nut to find...
Challenge accepted.
I have no idea.
We'll find it.
I have no idea.
We'll find it.
Yeah, no, I think Redditors. We need Redditors. They can find everything. Link in the description.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Press like and subscribe.
Yeah. No.
What about you?
So-
So my dad fucking taught me music to be in the DNA.
Yes.
No matter what, like, we were a musical fucking family very much. So
Yeah.
it was always there.
Yep.
Dad listened to country and blues and shit, and like, I found goofy shit to listen to. Like, the weirder the shit I find now, the better.
Right.
And just,
Well, it's like the Tom Waits thing that you've
yeah.
turned a lot of us onto. Like, I'd never even heard of him.
yeah,
And,
dude.
And you showed me, and I'm like, fuck, dude. All right.
Tom
I'm in.
Waits, man, 25, 26 albums in his career. Like, fucking cheers to Tom
Yeah,
Waits.
cheers to fucking Tom Waits. So my situation is quite a bit more gentle,
Yeah.
if you will. Like, we both come from Italian families.
Hey,
So
I'll fucking kill you.
there's a big part of that, but
I'll fucking unalive you.
I'll unalive yous. Where I come from, though, I mean, my whole family, my granddad was a musician way, way, way back.
Old school.
When he was young.
Fed his family with music.
Fed his family with music. And
Fuck
my uncle was born, his first son was born in Philadelphia a long, long time ago.
Fucking.
And they moved to Sun Valley in the 40s. And so that's where the other 5 children came from. They had 6 kids total.
How'd they pick Sun Valley?
Grandpa worked with the railroad.
Oh shit, yeah. My grandpa worked with the railroad.
Yep. And then
Railroad
fucking
nepotist.
fuck, yeah.
What's up?
And then when they got to Sun Valley, he quit the railroad and became an upholsterer for the resort of Sun Valley. Oh, yeah. So he used to do all their upholstery, fix their stuff, and do this and that. But it wasn't enough to feed children as they were coming out. I mean, my grandma had 6
she was
kids.
Italian. They came out quick.
She was actually Irish. Granddad was the Italian one.
Fucking Protestant whore.
Yeah. But she wasn't from Montana, so we're good. But so
Wait, I love Montana people.
I do too. You
Go ahead.
you
Sorry
have a
about all
history.
that.
You have a history. So my granddad, he's trying to raise kids, and Sun Valley out of nowhere. By this time, there was about 3 kids born, and he's trying to raise money. He's trying to make money to feed all these kids, and Sun Valley shuts down their upholstery department. Done. It's gone.
What year would this have been?
50s, early 50s,
Yeah.
right after my mama was born. She was born in 52.
Cheers to your mama.
So he was like, you know what, man, his boys, my Uncle Bob and my Uncle Joe, were old enough they had already been playing. So my Uncle Joe was playing the stand-up bass fiddle. My Uncle Bob was playing piano and accordion. And so Granddad, he starts the Sun Valley Trio. And they played jazz music, played a lot of jazz music. And my granddad would write. I actually still have some of his notebooks of his set lists.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
And he would, on the weekends, tour with his young boys. Like my Uncle Joe was 12, Uncle Bob was like 8. And they're playing music, and they would gig and go to eastern Idaho, cruise around on
Get
the
out
weekends.
there and sing, boys.
And make extra money, right? Which, it turned into a long 52-year career for my Uncle Joe.
Fuck yeah, man.
Where he played music in the Sun Valley Lodge in the dining room for 52 years. And my Uncle Bob.
Like the ultimate residency gig.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
but
incredible.
The funny thing is he was his own band, and they just subcontracted him that entire time.
That's really fucking
And he
cool.
never no-showed a single show, 52 years, sick or not, he played him.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Six days a
Fuck
week
yeah.
played. And then my Uncle Bob, who was his little brother, he played in Vegas. And so he played the accordion in Italian restaurants, played piano.
That was back in the Vegas
Yeah,
days.
back in the Vegas days. And so I was raised around all that music. I mean, I can remember going and my Uncle Joe, every night he would go to gig, he would bring his instrument home with him every night, his bass fiddle, in a tiny little fucking car of sorts. And so my cousin Gino and I used to fight on who would load his bass fiddle for him, carry it out from the house out to the
Wait,
car.
who gets to or who has to?
Who got to? It was
Oh,
an honor. It was
yeah?
an honor. And
All
we
right.
wanted to see if we were big boys. And we
I
could
wouldn't
carry
carry
thing.
that heavy ass motherfucker.
Yeah. So, but they did that, and it turned into this really good career for my uncle, and so much so that, like I said, we were, growing up listening to jazz. I was listening, loved it, loved jazz when I was a kid. I mean, it's all we knew. But at the same time, my parents were hippies, so. I was pushed into, all the good shit, Led Zeppelin and all the things that I absolutely love to this day. And my uncle had been working with Sun Valley for 25 years probably. And he gets a phone call one day from an agent saying, "Hey, we'd like you to come play a private party for so-and-so in Sun Valley." And it was Steve Miller Band. And so my Uncle Joe was so fucking oblivious, though, because he's a jazz musician. He doesn't know who the fuck Steve Miller is.
Is a Steve Miller?
Yeah, so my Uncle Joe says,
Never met her.
He says, "Let me get back to you, and I'll get back to you, and we'll go from there." So he comes home and
Get back to you.
he talks to my cousin Joe. There's a lot of Joes. I had Grandpa Joe, Uncle Joe, Cousin Joe. They were not very unique people.
That's the only name you were allowed to have.
That was
back
it.
then. That's all they could afford.
They wanted to fucking name me Joe too, and there was
I'm
already
trying to
three of
raise
them.
16 kids. I can afford one fucking name. You're all Joe.
You're all Joe.
And the rest of you is fucking Catherine and Mary. Okay,
It's like fucking George Foreman, dude. They're all George.
you fucking.
All his kids are fucking George.
That way I don't fucking forget.
So he goes home and he asks my cousin Joey, his oldest son. He's like, "You know anything about this Steve Miller guy?" Well, Steve Miller this is like in the height of his fucking career.
Motherfucker was flying like an eagle.
Exactly. Dude. And my cousin Joe looks at him and he's like, "Yeah, like why?" And my Uncle Joe's like, "Well, is he shady?" Literally asked my
Is he fucking shady?
"Is this fucking jerk fuck gonna stiff me on my cash?"
Does he wear a fucking wire?
Yeah, do I gotta smack this fuck around? So, which he could too, because side note, my uncles and my granddad were all boxers in the military, so very tough guys. And so ultimately what happened is he ends up playing private parties for Steve Miller. And all the way up, he'd play them every couple of years, and all the way up until the day he died. And I remember sitting there at the funeral in the Sun Valley Lodge, and my mom looks over at me and she fucking bumps me and she's like, "Hey, fucking Steve Miller." And he's standing right there at the funeral. And I was like, holy shit,
Finger gunning motherfucker.
So, like, I was kind of raised around all that, but then the rest of my family were musicians, too. Like, my mom was a vocalist.
Yeah.
And I've got...
a wonderful vocalist.
Oh, man, she was so good. I remember when you guys used to get up and do, "I love the way you move" on karaoke.
Dude.
You can rap the fuck out of that, by the way.
Dude, I'd be starting my rapping career here soon. Look out, links in the description.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe to my rapping career.
My mom never did, like, music for a living, but she was very musical. And was always singing, and that's where I got it
Absolutely.
from. That's where I like to sing. And it started when she was young, my family, as a whole group, all the kids, except for my Uncle Nick, he wasn't born yet. But the other 5 kids would go with my granddad, and they actually would play at the Ram in Sun Valley. And that's where we kind of got on it on one episode. And my mom sang for Marilyn Monroe.
Wow, that's neat as fuck.
And it was that song, Pussy Willow, and here's my mom, and I've got pictures, and she's in this cute little dress and whatever.
I've seen these photos, the black and white
ones. They used to hang up in our band cave.
Yeah, dude, that's right. Yep.
And so my mom, there was a picture for years on the Sun Valley Lodge wall of my mom sitting on Marilyn Monroe's lap. And so, we kind of came from, like I said, a little softer side, like a little more in one town. They were never touring.
Sure.
They did have an opportunity where they won a national contest for Horace Heidt, who did the big band shit.
Dude, every time I pictured that, I picture like the flatbed in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Exactly.
Where they're riding through town like...
Yep. And so they played a lot of that kind of music.
Fucking cool, dude.
And they win this competition, and they had an opportunity, my 2 uncles and my granddad, to go basically be on tour with Horace Heidt and make music a career, and like a touring career. And they didn't want to do it because they had families. They wanted to be home with families.
Shit, man. That's why I never fucking did it.
Same.
You know,
Exact same. It's instilled in us.
literally to this day, the reason, Bradley, I know you're listening to this Friday morning. The only reason I never fucking toured when we literally had A&R reps being like, come on, let's fucking sign you boys and hit the road. I was like, none of us want to leave our small children at home without fathers.
No, because there's no show.
I couldn't, man. I could not.
We used to talk at this at length, and there's in the easiest way to explain this, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of experience, there's no amount of show, no amount of crowd, nobody out there that if you're 1,000 miles away and you get that phone call that your kid fell out of a treehouse and broke their arm, and you can't be there to be their dad.
Oh, dude, not only that, but like even to a lesser degree, just no matter how many times you do a great show, you're never going to get your kid being 5, 6, 7 years old again and not having a fucking father figure.
Yeah.
And I fucking refuse to be an absentee father for Bradley.
Yep, and you were always there.
We all were. No, we all were. It was a choice we collectively made. Like, we had the opportunity. We were getting emails as Blacktooth for a minute about like,
well, dude, and we
I can
talked about
put you in a van on the road, and it's
Yes.
just like we can't right now. I won't.
Yep,
Like,
and we talked about this in the episode where we did the X Fest and Shannon Larkin from Godsmack and
hit me up. Let's go to California.
and it
Like,
was
I
a true
can't,
deal.
motherfucker.
Jeremy, he went out of his way to come find you and I out there in the crowd while we were watching
That's
Social
a
Distortion.
fact. Absolute
and
fact.
Took us aside and said, we have had hundreds and hundreds of local support bands open for us, and never have we had anybody like you guys. He's like, you guys have it. I'll make a phone call right fucking now if you want it. You know how long it took Jeremy and I to say no?
Like right now, we can't.
We're like,
brother.
no thanks.
I love yous, and
That
I
fast.
appreciate that offer so much to my core. But like, we knew that wasn't an option for us.
Yep. And we got to raise our kids in a fucking rad village, dude. Like, with
Dude,
the way
we're
our band
still
was,
raising kids
and we're
in a rad village.
yes.
That's fucking. It took a village to
Oh
raise
fuck,
these
those
fucking
little crazy
kids,
motherfuckers, dude. I'm telling you.
I'll tell you what, man. We have always had that community necessary. Put your arm around me and help me fucking out right this second kind of vibe. Like, I see you hurting. Let's fix you up. Like that is what kept Blacktooth for as long as it did.
Exactly.
None of us would kick dirt in each other's face over fucking anything.
Not unless it was funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I'd
Yeah,
kick-
like if you were on it.
if you had wrecked a dirt bike and were laying there saying "ow" and I walked up and kicked dirt at you and threw popcorn at you, that'd be funny. It's all contextual. It's contextual.
Yeah, popcorn, dude. We need to start investing in bags of popcorn again. That's a good time.
I don't think we can tell that story
Yet.
It's aggressive.
Well,
I shotgunned a guy with a handful of popcorn right now.
So what?
That guy might hear this and sue us.
No, I'm pretty sure he got a brain injury. So I will, before we go into the rest of the music part of this.
Yeah, let's move on. Move on.
You and I, this was a very fun day for me. And I'm going to say just a little bit, not to the shotgun part, but we were so goddamn feral.
Wait, are you talking about when we went and bought popcorn
Yes.
at the Goddess Fest?
So we didn't buy it. No, it was a Hyde Park Street Fair, and I'll tell you exactly how this went. You and I stopped.
Fucking lay it on me, dog.
You and I stopped at that gas station right there on 9th or whatever, 13th or whatever
the
that
weird
is. It
one that
takes you-
shouldn't exist right
Yes,
there
that
on
weird little one.
Hyde Street. That's funny. I drove right past that motherfucker today.
Nice.
I'm working up there.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, me too. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm doing the drywall up there.
Yeah, man, I got to have my ass up at 5 a.m. I'm do drywall up there at New McDonald's.
But we swing in there to get a tall boy. Because we couldn't wait the next 3 blocks.
To go get $9 beers?
Yeah, in that weird booth line, and everybody's standing there. And they
No,
want
I
to
want a
drink their fancy
$2
dark beer.
fucking
Yeah.
Keystone Tolly. Yeah.
That's what I want. So we stopped and we were chugging those.
That's Vegas fucking.
And this is how this day goes, and then we're gonna get into
got
music,
you.
I promise you. But I have to tell this little side story while we're on it because
Now we're telling stories, dog. We're storytellers.
We're
Let's
walking down the sidewalk, and
Is that with the kid with the?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
and you look up, and here comes this kid. And
Well, hold on. You have to set the vibe first.
I'm
so
gonna.
this was not the first tall boy of the day.
No,
This was
it
just-
was a refill.
This was because we
Ran out.
Well, you stop drinking when you drive there.
Yeah,
That don't mean shit, though.
No.
So when you get out, you have to get more drinkies. Okay.
Yes.
So we got that tall boy and come out. Go ahead.
We had a good buzz. It was like 10 o'clock
I
in the
was
morning.
feeling good.
Yeah. And we're cruising down the road and we're laughing at fucking
Finger gunning motherfuckers.
Because we clearly aren't like Hyde Park look, but we love the fair. We love everything at Hyde Park.
We never fit in anywhere
ever,
like that.
dude.
No,
Dick
Hyde
in a
Park,
Disney movie all day.
A dick in a Disney movie.
Yep. And we're walking down the road, and here comes walking this kid, and he's got his hat pulled down real low like this, and he's got these headphones on, literally, and he's got a fucking trench coat,
Like one of these long motherfucking
the long
dusters.
like dusters,
Straight
all
up
the way to
dusters.
his ankles, and he's walking, and he's hands in his pockets, and he's cruising down the fucking
Looking
sidewalk.
sketch as fuck, might I add.
He's not looking up at nobody.
Nope.
He's minding his own fucking business. And you look at him and you're all, "What's up, Columbine?" So this was setting how this fucking tone was for the day.
Nobody laughed at first. Everybody went,
I did. I fucking immediately got it, and I'm pointing and laughing at Columbine as he's walking off.
He's going to shoot up a school.
So we get there and we're hanging out, and
Cut that out later.
I get super fucking hungry, and now we had been at Hyde Park for about a half an hour, and we had like 7 more beers. We would just get a beer and then get back in line and just keep getting beers.
Well, and it was like you can only have either like a fucking 60% alcohol IPA down there.
yeah.
Which 3 or 4 of those will get you just blackout, call people N-word drunk.
They can't.
That's like that drunk.
So we're standing there, we're drinking beer, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go look for a hot dog or something. I was hungry. So I take off, and I find this like 73-gallon bag of fucking popcorn. You remember how big that bag was?
Oh, yeah, no, and you could, it was like, I don't know, $14-15. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm standing there, hugging this popcorn like I'm holding a little toddler by a little butt, you know, I'm holding my kid, and I got this fucking popcorn like this, and I'm just nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Now we're fucking drunk.
I'm eating this popcorn. We are fucking hammered.
We are fucking drunk.
So you come finger gunning up like you did back then. You come walking the fuck up. And this dude walks by, and I've got some popcorn in my hand like this. And I got like 2 little kernels, and I pop one in my mouth, and I got this other one, and this dude's walking by, and I just one little piece of popcorn, and I throw it at the guy, and it bounces off the side of his head.
New level unlocked.
So the dude kind of does one of these, like he just got buzzed by a bee or whatever. Doesn't turn around and look. So I'm still eating the popcorn. I'm doing one of these, and Jeremy's all handful of fucking popcorn like this, and he's holding this handful of popcorn. He's like, "You're doing it wrong." And I look at him, and this dude walks by, and he meets eyes with Jeremy, and Jeremy goes,
Just fucking
showers
shotgun.
this fucking guy with popcorn, dude. And the guy clearly smelled like patchouli oil, dude. He was wearing.
Dude, just like white boy dreads, like
Yeah,
bro.
dude, he's wearing a fucking drug rug, dude, and like fucking Birkenstocks.
He had a fanny pack on.
He had a fanny pack, bro. He had
Made of hemp.
He had those flowy, like the same shorts on that are like kind of see through, like they're hemp shorts, like kind of like these drapes here. And he's fucking cruising along, dude. And he's just like minding boo boo ba doo.
Oh yeah, just fucking
wishing that the fucking Dead was playing that day, dude. And
smoking patchouli.
popcorn right to the fucking face, dude. Now we are fucked off drunk.
So how do I fucking wait?
Yeah, dude.
I wait for him to react.
And he's like, "Yay, man!" And then he didn't fucking say anything else.
Dude, and he just like,
which is the worst thing that could have happened.
oh yeah, no, I wanted a
Because
reaction.
now you're like, oh,
Well, somebody's gonna yell at me.
I can fucking get away with this. So you popcorned like 6 other motherfuckers as they were going by.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure you popcorned a little set of twins walking by, dude. Like,
Well, at that point, I
they
was
were
like,
probably orphans.
At that point, I was like, somebody is going to confront me for this. Like
Nobody ever did.
Somebody's going to say, bro, stop fucking popcorning.
When Jeremy burps, you have to drink.
Oh yeah, everybody drink when. Is
Or
that
if
a
he
thing?
goes, yeah. Or if he goes,
I just
or
burped.
Ooh.
Oh really?
Yeah. Those are all drinking.
I'm a child, for God's sake.
So, anyways, I was walking. The fucking, what was I saying?
Which part? No, you were just popcorning everybody.
Okay, so let's tell the rest of that story.
You ready for this?
We were driving home down Chinden.
No, we weren't driving. We were riding home down Chinden in the back seat.
Fuck. Good thing, because I thought I was driving.
So we're in my rig. The exes are potentially driving or whatever's happening. I don't really remember that much, but what I do remember is we're sitting in the back seat, and there's still about 2/3 of this giant fucking bag of popcorn.
Hold on. First of all, I love popcorn.
Me too.
I love eating it and hitting strangers in the face with it. Proceed.
And your singer. So I'm sitting there riding behind the driver's seat.
We went to
you're riding.
We went to Army Navy store that day.
We did. Bought knives and
brand
more
new pair of
popcorn,
Ben
probably.
Davis pants.
You
More
did.
popcorn.
Your
Go
brown
ahead.
Ben
Yep.
Davis.
Coming down Chinden. Go
And
ahead.
you're sitting passenger side in the back seat, and you're reaching into the popcorn bag, and you're eating some, and then you popcorn me. The back seat of my fucking rig is
Just
filled
3
filled
feet deep with
popcorn.
popcorn. I don't know where the fuck it kept coming from.
So all of a sudden we're fucking flying down Chinden, and Lance Armstrong's fucking riding along the side of the road there, dude. On his fucking street bike, dude. And he's just fucking grinding,
Oh,
bro.
dude, healthy as
He's
fuck.
pumping,
He's
dude.
so
He's
fucking healthy.
getting it, dude.
I'm fucking gonna live forever.
And if any of you know Jeremy, you can see when he's up to something way before it happens, and you're all.
No, don't do it. No, don't do
It's like a fucking dog, dude. They know somebody's. The fuck's go-? And so all of a sudden you're all handful of popcorn like this into this hand, and you're like handful of popcorn like this, and now your whole entire torso is leaned out of the fucking window.
We're doing 45 miles an hour.
And you're all, popcorn, bitch! Boom! And you hit this mother. Now, granted, popcorn doesn't hurt, but I would imagine at 45 fucking miles an hour, popcorn
You ever been
hurts.
shot with rock salt? That's what I imagine.
Exactly.
He fucking felt.
This guy got more calories off the popcorn, dude, than he's consumed in a fucking week on that goddamn pumper he's riding, dude.
Fucking gonna live forever. I'm so fucking proud. I
dude.
fucked his shit up, dude.
Fuck that guy.
Do you think he went home and told his wife, what the fuck?
He probably went home and got in trouble because he smelled like movie theater butter, dude.
Where the fuck you been?
I thought you was out riding bikes.
Fuck. I remember that.
Yeah, it was good times.
God damn.
You did good. I'm really proud of you.
I got him. I mean, he was asking for
Two
it.
fucking handfuls. Dude, I'm pretty sure I was holding your belt loop like, fucking don't fall out.
Just fucking get him.
You fucking got him, dude. It was good. It was like throw the bowling ball. You know what I mean?
Bomba.
Throw the bowling ball.
Bomba.
Yeah. So let's move on back to the music now. How about that?
I don't know. Why?
Because it's kind of fun. But you wrote some good notes, and I got to get my phone out. I'm sorry for those watching here.
No, these next notes, these are going to be for next episode notes. We haven't even got into half the shit.
We're going to get into some and maybe do a part 2 of this.
All right.
I think this is really fun.
We can just keep going. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even that drunk yet.
Yeah, we got about 20 minutes. So here's the deal.
'Kay.
I want to tell you something I read today, and
I don't like how you started that.
I'm fucking kind of cranky about some of these.
All right, fire it off.
Today,
Uh-huh.
I run across a post on the old social media about the best rock bands of all time list by Forbes magazine.
Forbes. Mm-hmm. That's the site. Yeah, I mean, your source.
I didn't even think anybody that is interested in that magazine. What are you doing?
I have schmutz in my thing.
Gross. Gross. Don't smell it. Put it on your nose like a clown.
No, go ahead. You were talking.
Okay,
I was
sorry.
just trying to clean my shit off.
So
Fucking
I read
guy.
this thing, and I'm going to tell you right now that I do agree with number one. But the top 10 rock bands of all time, number one is Led Zeppelin. Of all time.
How do you
Period.
say no to that?
No, of all time.
Queen, maybe.
All time.
All right.
Thank you.
I can't. All right.
Thank you. We don't talk to each other. We don't talk to each other. There was a time that you and I spoke for like 3 days straight.
If it keeps on raining.
And the levee's going to break. And all we did was speak in Led Zeppelin lyrics.
Exactly. Why would you need anything else?
Well, the Misty Mountain
Squeeze
Hop.
my lemon, motherfucker.
Till the
juice runs down
my leg. That's so pornographic. Good job, Robert Plant.
Yeah, that chick was
I'm
fucking
kinda,
hot.
I'm kind of curious. I know you read this earlier, but you probably don't remember them all.
Lay it on me.
Number 2 was the Beatles, which I highly disagree with.
Fuck. Okay, look. Let me tell you a thing.
Wait, before you start.
No.
Susan,
Yes?
we apologize for this before.
I
we get
apologize
started.
for nothing. I'm allowed to have musical opinions.
I apologize to Susan.
Susan, I love you, but the Beatles were okay at best. There's like 5 Beatles songs that are fucking really, 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 really good, and the rest is just like fucking cuckoo, cuckoo, the fucking walrus. He fucking made a song about a walrus. Like I
hate them.
and then and they're like
Hate them.
I don't like that. Stop making that walrus song.
Here's why I'm really irritated about the Beatles being number 2, though.
Overrated. I think most overrated band of all time is the Beatles.
They were the boy band of the 60s, dude.
No, that's the Monkees.
The Beatles were too. The Beatles were too.
Forbes can get fucked, first of all.
Forbes, fuck off. But here's why I'm even more cranky about this.
Okay, go ahead.
That the Beatles came in number 2. Because number 3 was Queen.
Yeah.
The Beatles are ranked better than Queen?
Nah, Freddie Mercury will be a better vocalist than both fucking John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Sorry.
Number 4 was Pink Floyd.
Nah.
Pink Floyd should have been number 2, in my opinion.
Wrap this up. I'm fucking
They should have been at least number 2 or fought Led Zeppelin for number 1. Period.
Yes. As far as like most important albums of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Party in the Back, Stacy over here is telling us number 1. It's Led Zeppelin. We'll get
Stacey,
into
you're
this.
number 1. What are you saying? Who's number 1?
We'll get into this.
What? Oh, Pink Floyd should absolutely be number 1.
But how, I understand, like, for radio play and things like that. Queen, Pink Floyd, radio play, all that,
Yeah.
I can understand the Beatles probably had more hits or whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that they beat Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah, no, not with no.
Ever.
Nope.
ever. The Rolling Stones came in at number 6.
That's
I can see that.
Hold on.
I agree with that placement.
Okay, see, everybody's like man with the Rolling Stones around this motherfucker.
What? Who?
No, I love them. I just don't want to have to look at them.
No, agreed.
Nobody wants to look at them.
You don't have to. The Stones. Okay, I'll tell you this
yeah.
right now. One of my all-time favorite songs by the Stones, just in general, is by the Stones, and it's "Give Me Shelter." That
Beautiful
fucking
song.
What? I'm not on the fucking clock right now. Ain't nobody paying me to sing, sister.
Yeah.
It's the fucking dude. Rape, murder. Oh, I have to say grape and murder. Wait, grape and unalive.
Beautiful.
Just a shot away. Probably can't say that either.
Yeah. And that wasn't that on Forrest Gump?
Grape and unalive.
Fuck yeah.
Stones remind me of you eating hot dogs.
So
Me eating. Oh, dude. We could just real quick sidebar.
let's do it.
Do you want to hear why? Wait, what was that? What was that you said? The Stones make you think of me eating hot dogs?
Why?
I'll tell you why. We ended up in Reno once on a worldwide vacation. We were just driving everywhere. And we ended up in fucking Reno for Hot August Nights because they do the cool-ass
Ooh,
car show
that's
down there.
fucking bitching.
Somehow we just day drunk stumbled into a Stones tribute band at this place. And I was like, this is a neat place to just sit the fuck down for 5 minutes,
Do you remember
please.
what they were called?
Yeah, probably like Stones tribute band or something. Fucking
Like the Tumbling Rocks?
Nick Jagger? I don't remember. No, I don't remember. Anyways, they were good. They were fine. But during, like, in their intermission, they had a hot dog eating contest. And we're just sitting there, and I'm vacation drunk. So, like, they set the table up, they bring the hot dogs out, and they're like, okay, we're going to need somebody to volunteer out there. And I fucking swear to God, I turned to the fucking, can I? And they were like,
Just go ahead.
fucking, and I peened it over there and just knew I was not going to win, but I had to be part of this Rolling Stones Tribute Act hot dog eating contest.
That's actually fucking rad. I would have wanted to be involved
Dude,
in that.
I took, I don't know, like fucking 8th place out of 8 people.
That's good, though. That's good.
Well, so I've always thought the way to do it, you take them and you dunk them in your water so they just slide right down your throat. That's how that fucking Japanese kid did it, right? Like, he's so good at that. Yakatushi Jakamoro or whatever. I totally just made that up. Whatever that fucking kid's name is.
I'm going to fucking Google that shit.
So you watch him competitively eat hot dogs, and he's like, boink, glizzy, boink, glizzy. Just he doinks them in the fuck and slips them on down his shit. The
Thin glizzy.
The thin glizzy.
Yes.
So I was like, that's a great idea. And they give you a cup of water. So I fucking do it. And that wet dough hits the back of my throat. And I'm like, fucking. Yeah, no. And I probably ate, I don't know, 2 or 3 hot dogs. I knew, but like I was going to throw those ones up also because
Sure.
they were like lukewarm, maybe cooked, not beef.
And they
franks.
were not beef. There's no way.
No, they were the 79
They were
centers.
chicken dicks and fucking whatever goes on. Yeah.
So that's why Hyatt's fucking Stone's memory is
All right.
of me
I
eating.
love that.
I'm gonna open a chain of restaurants, and I'm gonna start a Patreon.
Looking for investors.
Links in the description. Like and subscribe. I want to make a chain of fucking hot dog stands called Glizzies.
So
You just come in, you get you a fucking wiener. Maybe it costs you $2. It's a fucking hot dog on a bun. And you put your own shit on it, and you get the fuck out of my store.
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
So you go in there. Nobody's
So
gonna buy
what about
one hot
can
dog.
the diet hot dog be called thin glizzy?
Oh yeah, like the gluten-free option is the thin glizzy.
Yeah, with mustard only. Because
Down
ketchup has
from the
calories.
Glen came the marching man.
Yes.
Shigadun, digadun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Dude,
to make this
don't even
2
get me
episodes.
started.
You got me on hot dogs,
It's okay.
We're going-
We got 10 more minutes.
and then we're going 2 episodes. We're
Yeah,
doing
we're
them
doing
both.
2 episodes.
We're doing 2
Yep.
episodes tonight,
Yep, we're gonna do. We're gonna actually do a to be continued.
and I'm gonna take a piss between the 2 though, or I'm going to fucking die. I got 10 minutes left. in
Okay,
me.
sounds good. So
So now we're
Let's-
hot dog
let's-
and pissing. What were we talking about?
hot dog piss and
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones.
That's the name of the new album. Hot dog piss and the Rolling Stones.
I'm in.
Hot dog
So,
piss and the Rolling
It can't
Stones.
be hot dog water because that stupid Limp Biscuit did that. I fucking hate Limp Bizkit.
Everybody bought that album though. Don't lie.
Yep,
You
I didn't.
bought that
I
fucking
fucking
album.
did not, dude. I would headbutt Fred Durst right now. I do not like that album at all. So the next one, which I effed up my phone here, so let me figure this out.
Dude, the clock's counting down.
It's
Get
okay.
to it quick.
Number
Justin's on
7.
his phone.
Number 7,
Yeah. Greatest bands of all time.
greatest bands of all time
number
by
7.
By Forbes, Van Halen.
Oh, that's on the list of bands I should love and don't.
I understand.
I think David Lee Roth needs a fucking one of these deserved directly.
David Lee Roth will kick your fucking ass. He's like a judo master. And he has swords.
I wish a motherfucker would. David Lee Roth, don't. Just don't.
Just don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 8.
No, now I got a fucking attitude.
Number 8, Eagles.
Oh! We were getting along so fucking well.
I didn't write this fucking list. Read it.
I should love the Eagles.
I like a few songs.
No, I do. There's a few.
Yeah.
Jupe covered Jupiter's Child, our other
Yeah.
cover band there. We covered a few. I don't like Don Henley.
Me neither.
I think
His voice seriously makes me want to unalive myself.
his face makes me want to unalive him.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Don
Number
Henley,
9.
I'll see you in court, I guess.
Number 9, which I disagree with,
Go ahead.
because I feel like if they're going to be placed on this list, they should be higher. But Metallica.
Metallica. The
Yep.
most
I don't
commercially
consider
viable.
them a rock band. I still consider them a metal band.
Well, they're the most commercially viable metal
Mm-hmm.
band. Nothing Metallica is putting out right now sounds anything like those first ones.
Yep. And then number 10, AC/DC.
Boo.
Boo.
We're done with them. I mean, just hang it the fuck
It's
up.
the same
would you?
drum beat for the last 45 years.
Ah, shit. Yeah, just stop with the.
Yeah. And then he hired somebody to try to kill his wife.
Yeah, bro. And
Like,
yeah,
seriously.
no, ACDC.
Get
Come
off,
on, we're
get
done.
off this fucking list.
We're done with it. ACDC.
So this has been part 1
We'll be right back.
of Music and Mayhem.
Part 2
Part 2
coming up right now.
is we're going to record it, but it comes up the following week.
Well,
Do you
don't
even know how
fucking
this works?
don't pull the curtain back and tell everybody.
Yeah. Part 1, Music and Mayhem. Check us out. YouTube.
Part 2 coming up.
Part 2 will be coming up.
Okay, we have some shit to get to.
We got a lot of shit to get to. I fucking love you, brother. I've been Justin.
Oh, I fucking love you. Always have. Potato soup. Jesus Christ.
I just ate some of that, and I wish I had that fucking accent, dude.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
I'd have been bouncing around the house.
'Kay, we'll
I'm
see.
the height of a leprechaun, so it works.
We'll see you soon, you little fucker.
You little fucker.
Okay, bye.
Music Mayhem. Bye.